Welcome back. Today we have the breakdown for Endorphins, a song that I made in 2023. I thought I'd do this video since Endorphins visual and song have done so well on YouTube, and shout out to Snowmad1 for the amazing visual that's definitely helped contribute to Endorphins' success on YouTube. I wanted to do this breakdown just so you can see kind of the parts and everything that I've done to make this track. You'll hear sounds that even I'm surprised that are still there because it's been like about a year and a half since I've opened this project. So there's sounds in there that I forgot about, kind of like every other video. But yeah, so let's get into it. Started with a kick. I think it's kick 2, bit of processing, satin and compression, and we have this little saw stabby rhythm, which I think is Serum. Not really doing too much, just got LFO tool on there. I'll show you this while we're at it. I've got this kick reverb for the break that has what is it? It's got, I probably EQ'd that a little bit on there. No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. I pulled down the low end there, the bass, and Valhalla Shimmer. So that's just for the break. One of the things that I wanted to explain, oh yeah, we got like a chord stab situation going on here that you can't hear in the song in the context of everything. So one of the things since I started Pretense was the thing that I wanted to focus on the most was not layering too much, simplifying everything, and getting the sounds good and process them instead of having to stack like 10 sounds. So with this, you can see there's a fair bit of processing going on here. This is from the Pro 800. It's like an ARP, and it runs through the Neve clone preamp through the DI. It sounds good. I got it sounding really good without any other processing, and then kind of once I have it to that level, then I can add everything else that it needs, so you can hear the difference with. And that's just one thing that I wanted to do with Pretense is just simplify everything. You know, it's like a while ago I got stuck just adding sounds and adding sounds and adding sounds, and you know, 1,000 people will tell you that, but one of the most important things that I've learnt in the last 3-4 years is processing and trying to get it to sound good. Using EQing, compression, distortion, filters. Filters are the best. And then if you get it good, it sounds good, put a reverb on it, it's 100 times better. So we have this ARP. I've explained in the other videos that I used to load, this is my MIDI, so I'd add a MIDI track on there in the MIDI insert, and I just play it on the keyboard, but when it's hardware, for some reason it keeps missing notes, so normally by the time I get to the end of the track, I have to draw it out individually, which is fun, but it is what it is. It's just how I do things, and yeah. So back to it. I have this string drone that I've added in a few tracks. You can hear the same sound, just like a droney sound, kind of doing something. You can definitely hear this one in this song. I know, just add something extra to it. The next thing is one of my favorite parts of the song is this augmented strings. When I made this song, I didn't have the full version, so I didn't have access to the advanced tab. And what did I do? You can hear there's a fair bit of like automate, or not automation, but LFO tool stuff happening on here. And then I'll show you without this. That sounds so weird by itself. But I love it. So let's listen to it in context. Again, I got the 909 hats. That is the signature, and they're short and stabby. They do open up more after the second break, and gate, because I've used Decimort, so I put a gate on there just so you wouldn't hear the noise. You can see the gate's turned off now. See how quickly it activates, bang. So there's no noise, because once you put that on, you're going to hear, that's because it's a recording, it's going to bring up the noise floor. Bit of space. Mono, I've got mono to stereo, 80%. Sometimes it sounds better stereo, sometimes it doesn't. And then I have hats by Audio Thing, the 808s. There's something sus going on there. So, and then the signature again is the claves. I've done a little breakdown before of this, but you can see everything's tuned using Decimort. I'll show you as an example on here. So let's mute that. You can hear how the frequency changes. Ready? So that was finessing it using span. If I can paste that setting back in. Yep. And that is a cowbell and the clave, and then this one's like an additional one that's pitched up a little bit more or down. And then that is tuned on Nefton. This one isn't, it's just tuned using Decimort. And so this bass line was a preset, but I'm pretty sure it's so I added the sub bass square wave, filtered it out, and then just played octaves. And that's it. That's the bass line. And then it's got a bit of, I think, saturation on there maybe. Yeah, compression, satin, and I've got a limiter on there just to tame those peaks. What else do we have? Yeah, just got a hand clapper there to add some effects. And then I think they're Vengeance. I've got a few Vengeance sweeps. I was definitely being lazy in this song and just using the sweeps, but sometimes they just work. And like, if it sounds good, I keep them. But I normally just load whatever, try and get a feeling. And if it's no good, then I'll just make my own sweeps. But with this one, they must have just worked. And then I got this vocal that says science. It's not my voice, but science. So you can hear, if you listen carefully, you can hear the string drone. So we have the claves. Claves are being filtered out here. And then the Pro 800. The Pro 800 I'm just filtering just manually. I think it gives it a good vibe. you know, instead of just drawing it in, I think the whole fun of this song is the manual closing and opening the filter. Claves come back in here. And I'm pretty sure the augmented strings, it's got a bit of filtering on there, but you can see it's opening up and getting brighter. And then we have the off hat that I like to use. And that off hat has got a phaser on there, and then I'm just just automating that, so it gives it some, you can hear it as it goes. And then the mix of the reverb. Then I got some shaker loop. It's doing something. Oh yeah. Got this flange on it. Sounds alright. Had an envelope shaper on there for some reason, but yeah. Yeah, so we have the melody. I remember when I made this song, and I just was playing, this is just a preset, it's like squarey sounding. Yeah. You can hear the square mainly. But I remember I played this, before I did this, I played this part that you can hear. Just on my keyboard, and it was the first thing pretty much that I played with it, and it was the first, and I stuck it, it just worked. The first thing I did, first go, and I was like, sweet. You can tell it looks a bit messy, but it sounds alright. And then in the breakdown, I've got some like harmonic sounds, got a hit effects, and then we have the bass. So a few layers, augmented, put that in, and then we go up. Drone is working with it. Context altogether. So with that drill kind of hat thing, I've in one of my other videos you saw that I've actually duplicated. I should have duplicated this one. You can hear there's some leveling problems with that, but it's fun. But I should have duplicated that channel and just tightened that hat up a bit more, pitched it up a little bit. You can hear the bass just missing there. And that's pretty much Endorphins. It's pretty simple. there's not too much going on. 28 channels, and yeah, it's not much automation. I think that the song, it just, everything kind of works the way that I did it, and didn't go into too much detail of with automation. I think it's kind of enough sometimes, knowing not to overcook things, like I said before, is this is a good example of that. I think that it just works. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, let me know if there's any songs you want to see breakdowns of. Happy to share everything. Like, it's it's here in front of you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or DM me. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.